No wedding has ever been graced with words more beautiful or profound than the ones you just heard. And if you fail to learn the Swedish language knowing full well you were attending the wedding of a Swedish prince, that's on you. This officiant offers no translation tonight or ever, people. Live and learn. Live and learn. Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to the wedding of Kara and Quentin. Which is basically what I just said. It just sounded much cooler in Swedish. For those of you who don't know me, I am Kara's Uncle Michael. But for the rest of the evening, I must insist that you all address me as Father Spike. Why? Because I am now officially an ordained minister, an achievement that's been a long time coming, and a proud check off my lifelong bucket list. And yes, I am a product of the prestigious UniversalLifeChurch.com program, which required a staggering 7 minutes online, a hefty investment of $75. So I fully intend to maximize my ROI this evening. So thank you all in advance. Quentin and Kara, in all honesty, I am truly honored to stand here with you today. Being asked to officiate your wedding is one of the most meaningful and touching moments of my life, one that I will cherish forever. I love you both deeply, and I'm grateful to be standing with you and playing a role in your special day. And speaking of this special day, I challenge anyone here to think of a more special wedding that you have ever attended. Maybe a little unconventional, but I want to take a quick moment, even though she's going to kill me, to celebrate the incredible human who made it all happen. Kara, Catherine, your positive energy, fortitude, your strength, courage, and your heart have brought us all together in the most unforgettable way. You are an inspiration to everybody. Thank you for being you. Quentin, a couple weeks ago, we were on the phone, and I said the wedding is mainly about the bride. There you have it, buddy. There you have it. So we are gathered here today to celebrate two extraordinary people, Quentin and Kara, as they embark on the greatest adventure of all, marriage. And if ever two people were meant for each other, it is them. In speaking with Quentin's parents preparing for this evening, they summed it up perfectly in an opening line of an email a couple weeks ago. It was perfect. It says, "We are thrilled about the wedding. They're a perfect fit, a truly wonderful couple, and they most certainly are. As you two stand before us on your most important day as a couple, I urge you to acknowledge and celebrate the relationships with your family and friends that have helped shape you into the incredible people you are today. Family and friends are the soil that give us the opportunity to grow and be seen by the world. They are the ones who have not only celebrated your achievements, but provided comfort during tough times, offered support, love, and laughter. Having your family and friends here is just not about filling seats or following tradition. It's about sharing this momentous occasion with the people who matter most. They're here to witness your story unfold, to offer their blessings and well wishes, and to stand by your side as you take this step into marriage. It is not every day that we get to be surrounded by our entire support system. But for you two, today is one of those days. It sounds cliche, but cliches exist for a reason. So quickly, turn around, let your eyes wander a bit, and take it all in. Soak it up, because you only get to do this once. And take comfort as you look at the crowd in knowing that everyone is here today because they love you and they promise to always love you both. So I want to take a moment now and recognize some special people. Well, you're all special people, some very special people. Many of whom who are here today, and others who may not be here in body, but who are certainly here with us in spirit. We can all feel their presence. We'll start with Kara's parents, my big brother, Dane, and his wife, Patty French, and their parents, Steve and Kate Uhas, Michael and Patty Turnbull, and Daneforth Baker French Sr., Kara, who adored your mother and would be your biggest fan. We have Quentin's parents, Yuri and Raya Koister, and their parents, Pauli and Ritva Koistinen, and Encio and Anya Kohonen. And that will mark the end of my butchering of the Swedish language for the rest of the night. There are many people beyond those I just mentioned. One in particular I'd like to recognize is our beloved Aunt Deedle, Anna Nichols. And I had to mention her because she had an absolute crazy crush on Quentin. And we all miss her so much. These are the people that allow us to be here today. Thank you for all that you've done, not just in making today's events happen, but in shaping two remarkable young people that have positively impacted everyone's life who is here. You all did amazing jobs as parents and grandparents and uncle. Now let's talk about these two beautiful people standing in front of me. Kara is a person who lights up every room she walks into, not just because she's thoughtful, kind, and dependable, but because she radiates a joy that is utterly contagious. Her bridesmaids describe her as extraordinary, equal parts hilarious and strong as hell. The person they call when they need a listening ear or someone to make them laugh so hard they cry. Her cousin Lara compares her to Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. And honestly, it's hard to find a better comparison. I had to go online and fact check her as a boy dad. But she's fun, kind, and full of energy. But don't let that fool you, as we all know, she's tough as nails when it counts. Whether she's showing up for the people she loves or standing her ground when it matters, Kara is a force of nature. And there is no doubt that QK here hit the jackpot as he now stands at the altar. Today we also celebrate the Swedish prince. Swedes, QK, Z, Victor, Quentin, the man of many names, who brings laughter, loyalty, and a touch of mischief wherever he goes. Quentin, on behalf of our extended family, in all honesty, we could not be happier to welcome you to the fun and love of this crew. You are a great addition, and with your soon-to-be brother-in-law, Danny, having already outkicked his coverage with Laura, the pressure is officially on for the rest of the cousins to keep the streak alive. Dempsey, take notes, kid. Quentin's groomsmen will tell you he's a beauty, fiercely loyal, always up for a laugh, whether intentional or not, and brimming with a confidence we should all aspire to. So much so that in college he dubbed himself first rounder. But beneath the humor and the self-assuredness is a man who is as genuine as they come. He is kind-hearted, endlessly curious, and when he's passionate about something, he's all in. Whether it was running after soccer balls as a toddler in Tokyo, building his own backyard ice rink as a teenager, or pouring himself into the company he is currently successfully building. His love for sports runs deep. He's played them, themed birthday cakes after them, named his cats after Russian hockey players, and spends countless hours cheering on his beloved AIK, Team Ferrari, and of course, the 49ers. But beyond his love for competition and his quick wit and loyalty, what truly makes Quentin special is the way he cares for and loves our Kara. All right, let's take a quick peek down into the origin story. Everybody likes an origin story, a love story that led these two to where they stand before us today. Well, as fate or maybe cheap drink specials would have it, their love story began, as many who meet in college do, in a bar. Loyola's legendary Bar 63 back in September of 2016. The first meeting, let's just say it had all the elements of a classic college night. Fireball shots, a little overconfidence, and some questionable decision making. Quentin, playing the role of the big spender, the big shooter, generously offered to buy Kara a round of shots, which quickly turned into several. Kara was feeling very impressed until she glanced over at the neon sign and saw it was $1 Fireball night. Kara called him out, and they shared a laugh before sharing something else, a brief kiss. Unfortunately, Kara would later discover she was perhaps not the sole focus of Quentin's generosity that evening. And with that, their love story hit a pause. So now we fast forward a year or so. Kara had been studying abroad in Rome. Quentin had been biding his time back in Chicago, and fate had plans to bring them back to that same bar. This time, Kara spotted him first, turned to a friend and said, "Oh my gosh, he's about to come over here." And sure enough, 30 seconds later, the shooter arrived, tequila shots in hand, ready to pick up right where they left off. And from that night on, they were inseparable. As the relationship grew, Quentin found himself making small but significant changes that were noticed by many of his groomsmen, like showing up at Loyola's library alone. Something so rare his friends immediately suspected a mystery girl. Determined to keep things private for as long as possible, he dodged questions and kept Kara all to himself, until their secret was inevitably exposed. When Quentin eventually asked Kara out on a proper date, their journey officially began, marked by a nice dinner at the Greek Islands restaurant in Chicago. And it was there, in the back of an Uber, that Kara boldly asked the question that would shape their future. Are you staying in Chicago or going back to the Bay Area? Without hesitation, Quentin promised he would stay, and he did, because deep down he knew he had already found home. From mystery girl to life partners, Quentin and Kara have built a love story full of laughter, support, and an unshakable bond. Quentin calls Kara his ray of sunshine, the person who keeps him grounded, reminds him that nobody cares about work outside of work, and always knows what he's thinking before he even says a word. And while neither of them may fully believe in love at first sight, they'll never forget the moment their eyes first met across a crowded bar, proof that yes, sometimes even the best love stories start with dollar fireball shots. So now, as your uncle and a person who has a cumulative 28 years experience being married, I'd now like to share some thoughts and advice as to the keys of a strong marriage. Marriage is not just a milestone, it's a journey, a verb, an ongoing act of love, companionship, and growth. Today you are getting married, but you will also be getting married tomorrow, next year, and every day after. It takes action, choosing each other again and again and again. You need laughter to keep things light, patience to weather the storms, compassion to understand each other's hearts, and compromise to meet in the middle. Love isn't just grand gestures, Hallmark cards, and poetic words. It's also deciding what's for dinner, pretending not to notice how someone chooses to wear a quarter-zip sweater, Kara, and maybe most importantly, agreeing on whose turn it is to take Babs out when it's raining. You will face challenges, but anything worth doing is not supposed to be easy. What matters is how you navigate them, with honesty, open communication, empathy, and unwavering support. And if all else fails, remember, everyone here thinks the world of you and will gladly remind you why you chose each other. So let us all pray. Let us all pray that your love be strong, your laughter endless, and may your children be as brilliant and wonderful as you both. All right, I now invite Kara's cousin, Jackie Boy, Jack French, cousin / little brother / Quentin's roommate, to come forward for our first reading. And it's a passage that holds special meaning for many of us here today. I think my big brother, myself, and my Norris cousins heard this read at a very important wedding a mere 51 and a half years ago, just down the street at Lost Creek Club, as it was read at Kara's grandparents' wedding, Mo and Poe. So for those of you who believe in a little bit of superstition like I do, I'd say this is a pretty magical choice, Chuck.